Well, let's hope you guys can hear me. All right. Welcome to this class. This is a very special and incredible practice, what we're going to practice today. It's a moon salutation, right? So probably you're very familiar with sun salutations. And sun salutations is pretty common in Hatha and Vinyasa yoga, and they are pretty much a bunch of poses together to create a sequence that is designed to create heat and energy in the body. However, the moon salutation is the opposite. We are coming together to pretty much do a series of sequence that is designed to help you to cool down and to just pretty much bring a sense of calmness and peace into the nerve system. So the way it works is that imagine you're going to start from the top of your mat and we're going to move halfway through forward and around. So it's like we're doing a semicircle or half moon, so to speak, right? It's just exactly like a moon salutation. And it's a bunch of series of poses combined together. And we're going to do just simply moon salutations today. 20 minutes and just enough for you in the beginning. I'll give you a lot of instructions and cues. And then eventually you're going to get the feeling and get familiar with how the poses interact with each other and how the transitions are going to be with each other. So let's go ahead and start in our seated position for a moment. Feel free to have one block at each end of your mat to help you utilize them as you need to throughout the sequence, especially right now. You can even sit on a block. Just take a moment here to let this moment be all about arriving into your practice and your body. And start to prepare your body for rest as you move through this sequence with mindfulness in your breath. And just letting simply be in the moment as much as you can. Just setting your intention for the practice. If you're here, probably you are looking for a feeling of peace, calm, surrendering, letting go, and just tapping more into that trusting, introspective, letting flow things as they need to be, and just continue releasing the need for control and gripping and managing. Just take a couple more breaths, nice and slow, through the nose. Beautiful. And from your seated position, if your eyes are closed, feel free to gently open them. And we're going to transition into Malasana, deep squat. So take your time to just find your deep squat. Feet apart, feet together, right? Heels in, heels parallel towards each other. And just kind of gently rock side to side, just kind of awakening the inner thighs, awakening the hips, right? And you can release the hands on the ground. Just take a moment here to just notice and feel. It's like an active Malasana for a moment. Keep the breath with you. And then find your stillness in Malasana for a couple breaths. Beautiful. And then from here, release your hands, elevate the hips, and come into a wide-legged standing forward fold, also known as Prasarita Uttanasana, right? So take a moment to let the head drop, lean into the toes, release the hands on the floor, deep stretch of the back of the legs, let the
Head kind of dangling here. Feel free to gently rock side to side. Once again, it's just inviting that sense of relaxation as you move. Notice any tendency to overdo, to try too hard, and see if you can instead invite a sense of just doing just enough to get you by, just enough for you to also feel relaxed. Feel free to move the head, yes and no, really stretching the back of the neck. Just a couple more breaths, slowly in through the nose. And exhale. One more breath. And then slowly as you inhale, come all the way up. Take your time, nice and slow. And we're going to start our moon salutation. So we're going to start at the right side of your mat, and you're going to face the wider side of your mat on the right side. Okay? Keep your feet hip distance and take an inhale, reach your arms overhead. And take a moment here to really ground yourself and feel that stretch. And we're going to do a side bend to the left. Take your time here to kind of push your pelvis to the right and continue feeling that deep breath in. Good. And then come back to center and then bring your hands into cactus, and you're going to step your left foot out to the center of the mat and come into your goddess pose. You're going to bend your knees, dropping the pelvis, right? Keeping yourself a little bit here into a sense of power, right? Breathing in and find the seat here that holds you, right? Not too deep, not too low, just kind of feeling. Good. And then bring yourself up and adjust your toes to the left side of your mat and come into your Trikonasana. So we're going to extend that left leg. Feel free to adjust your standing and find your Trikonasana slowly, right? Releasing that bottom hand into the leg, somewhere in there to support. And once again, find an easy Trikonasana, nothing too intense, nothing too deep. Moon Salutation is just gentle movements. Take one more breath in here. Now from Trikonasana, release and close your chest. So, excuse me. You're going to square the chest down, open your right foot slightly to the right, left foot slightly to the left, and we transition into our pyramid pose. And you can rest your hands gently above the knee and just kind of keeping the pelvis in the center of your mat, the crown of the head, reach into the left side or the back of your mat. So let's call the left the back and the right the front, okay? So that way we are all on the same page. And just take one more breath in here. Good, and now bend the front knee, release the hands on the ground, and then drop the right knee down and settle your body for that low lunge. Okay, so this is the first round of Moon Salutation. I know it might feel a little bit unfamiliar because we have never done it before, but after the first or second round, then you're going to get a sense of how relaxing the sequence feels in the body. So get into your low lunge for a moment. And now open yourself into the right side of your mat, the wider side of your mat, and we're going to come into Skandasana. So you're going to walk your hands to the right and lift the back leg and drop the heel and sit on that left side, right? So Skandasana, deep stretch of the inner thigh. Any variation here that works for you, please do. You can keep your hands on the floor. You can come a little bit higher like so. Just please adjust, okay? There's no run or wrong way to practice this. Take a moment here. Now from here, we're going to walk ourselves all the way to the right side. So you're just going to bring your Skandasana to the right side. So now we're on the top of the front of the mat. Remember, right is the front, left is the back. And now here, find your Skandasana for a moment. And here's where we start doing the half moon, right? We went from the front to the side to the back,
from the back to the front, right? And now bring yourself forward and close your hips and find your low lunge on the left side. So now we are at the front of the mat, into that low lunge. Just keep your breath relaxing. Now from this low lunge, lift the back leg, come into your pyramid pose, right? So you have to adjust your feet a little wider distance, a little closer as well. And as you extend that front leg, find your pyramid pose on the right side. Take a moment to feel the stretch wherever you need to settle. From pyramid pose, we're gonna open our chest to the left side now of your mat, the wider side of your mat, and find your Trikonasana, a gentle Trikonasana, and breathing in and feeling the relaxation in the shoulders, in the breath. One more inhale. Come all the way up with your chest. Adjust your standing for goddess pose. Once again, bending the elbows into cactus arms, bending the knees down, and find a seat that holds you, right? Something that feels doable and relaxing. Take a deep inhale here. And now lift yourself up and bring your left foot to meet the right. And once again, at the top of your mat, take an inhale, arms overhead. And this time we're gonna dive into the right. Let your pelvis come back to pressing into the left. And then inhale, come back to center, palms in the center of the heart. So we have closed one full cycle of Moon Salutation, okay? We're gonna do another round. Let's talk a little bit faster, but not that fast, okay? We were taking ourselves into a moment to get familiar with the sequence. Let's just do it one more time, a little slower. And as we progress, we're gonna increase the pace. Take an inhale, arms up. Side bend to the left. Inhale, come back to center, bending those elbows, kicking that left foot to the center of the mat. Find your goddess pose. Breathe in here. Come all the way up slowly, stretching the legs, releasing the hands. Adjust your feet as you rotate them towards the back of your mat and find your Trikonasana. Reaching arms up, opening the chest. A gentle, feel-good Trikonasana. Slowly close the chest. Continue adjusting your standing for pyramid pose. Come halfway down with your chest. Breathing in here. Good. From pyramid pose, release as you bend the knees to get yourself closer to the floor and find your low lunge. So your left foot forward, right knee back. Breathing into your low lunge. Exhale, open yourself to the right side of the mat as you find your Skandasana or your deep low lunge on the left side. Transition your Skandasana to the right side. Walking, breathing. Okay, now release to the right at the very top of your mat and close your body to find your low lunge on the right. So your right knee forward, left foot back, dropping the knee. Gather some strength on the core to lift the back leg, to press and adjust your feet for pyramid pose, halfway down to engage the core and upper back. And then adjust the feet, right foot a little bit to the right, left foot a little bit to the left, right? And open your chest to the left side of your mat for that gentle Trikonasana. Breathing in. Lift your chest, come all the way up. Adjust your feet for that goddess pose. Bending the knees, bending the elbows. Find the seat that holds you. One more breath.
Come all the way up, drag the left foot to the right, and reach in the arms overhead, side bend to the right. Inhale, come back to center, palms in the center of the heart. All right? Let's do it again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, goddess pose. Deep exhale, drop the pelvis. Inhale up, settle yourself for Trikonasana. Breathing in. Stay here, exhale. Inhale, close your hips and chest. Pyramid pose, breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath. And then release your hands, low lunge, right knee drops. You can reach the arms overhead. That's your choice. Notice. Exhale, hands down. Deep squat on the left. Skandasana. Breathing in. Breathing out. Move your Skandasana to the right side, extending the left leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. Center your chest to the top of your right mat and find your low lunge. Find it. Breathe in. Choose your variation, right fingertips or hands on the thigh or arms reaching up. Release your hands down and find your pyramid pose, adjusting the feet. That's something about Moon Salutation brings so much awareness into your standing. Breathing in. As you exhale, open your chest to the left, find your pyramid pose, a gentle pyramid pose, right? Breathing in through the nose. Lift yourself, come all the way up, find your goddess pose again. Nice and slow. Inhale, lift all the way up. Release the hand, step your left foot to the right, arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, side bend to the right. And we have closed our third cycle of Moon Salutation. Come back to center, palms in the center of the heart. Just notice. We'll continue, and we'll continue adding a little bit of speed. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the left, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, left foot kicks to the center of the mat, bending the knees and elbows, goddess pose. Inhale, come all the way up. Adjust your standing, pyramid pose. Inhale. Exhale, continue adjusting to square the hips and square the chest. Pyramid pose, inhale. Exhale, hands down, bending the knees, dropping the back knee into that low lunge. Breathe in. Exhale, find your deep squat on the left. Skandasana, opening yourself to the right side of the wider side of the mat. Transition your body into a deep squat on the right, extending the left leg. Breathing in. Close your hips and chest to the front of your mat. Find your low lunge on the right, left knee back. Breathe in. Exhale, pressed up into your pyramid pose. Halfway up with the chest, shoulders relax, gaze relax. Open the chest to the left and allow yourself to find your pyramid pose. Trikonasana, my bad. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Come all the way up and find your goddess pose. Bending the knees and elbows. Let it feel good. Come all the way up. Drag your left foot to the front of your mat next to the right. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Release, palms in the center of the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, goddess pose. Left foot kicks in the center, bending elbows and knees. Inhale, up. Trikonasana, triangle pose on the left side. Exhale, close, pyramid pose. Release, low lunge, right knee drops. Exhale, deep squat on the left, Skandasana. Moving your Skandasana to the right side. Breathe. Close Skandasana for low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Release your hands down and step back into your pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Opening the chest to the left, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Lift yourself up, adjust your legs, and squat deep down into your goddess pose. Inhale all the way up, stepping on the right side of your mat, dragging that left foot next to the right, reaching high up, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, palms in the heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Kicking that left foot out, goddess pose, dropping. Let it feel relaxing. Inhale, up. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale, Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Take your time. Exhale, hands down if they were up. Skandasana, left side. Inhale, shift into your right side. Deep squat on the right. Exhale, hands down, centering your body for Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, release, transitioning into Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Opening yourself to the left, triangle pose. Come all the way up, goddess pose. Deep squat, bending the knees. Inhale up, stepping on the right side of the mat, arms overhead, stretch up, and side bend to the right. Inhale back to center. Last one. Release the palms in the heart center. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up to center. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale here. Exhale, come all the way up. Breathe in, Trikonasana. Exhale. Breathe in, transition into pyramid pose. Adjust your feet if you have to. Exhale, release your hands. Find your Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana, deep squat on the left. Inhale, deep squat on the right. Close and open your chest and hips to the right. Anjaneyasana, arms up is an option. Exhale, hands down, adjust for pyramid pose. Open your chest to the left, triangle pose. Come all the way up, goddess pose. Come all the way up here. And then forward fold no, step here to the right. Extend yourself up, side bend to the right. I got excited there for the closing. Come back to center. Open your left foot to the left, like if you were going to do a goddess pose, but this time let's do prasarita, forward fold here. Drop in the head. Just feeling the effects of this practice. And then adjust your hands and feet for that deep squat malasana. Now we're going into how we begin the practice. Acknowledge how your hips and inner thighs, perhaps they feel a little bit more open, more relaxed, and maybe they still a little bit tight, and that's okay. And then from your malasana, find your seated position, just like how we begin the practice. If you were sitting a little taller, grab your block. And just notice how this series of asana might have helped you to calm your nerve system and prepare your body to feel a little bit more relaxed, more calming. And even though we've been moving, maybe your breath and your heart a little bit agitated, the effects are to connect more with that energy of stillness. Let this practice give you the peace of mind, peace of heart that you need to navigate any challenges. Trusting in the flow of things, trusting that you are exactly where you need to be, trusting in your own wisdom, your inner guidance. Transitioning from a mindset to a heart set, feeling more your heart. And just bring your palms together, a gentle bow of the head, as we close this practice with an infinite gratitude for finding our inner balance between the yin and yang, between the sun and the moon, between the fire and the water, between the male and female that resides in all of us. Thank you so much for joining me today for a Moon Salutation, also known as Chandra Namaskar. So thank you, and let me know how you feel about this practice. Let me know if you would like to see more of these type of practices. I know for sure I feel really the call to teach more of this type of yin, calming sequences through the yin practices, the yang practices, and finding that delicate balance between the both so you can actually feel empowered yet calm, to have the right energy to face any challenges with a sense of peace, creativity, and energy. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for being you and for being part of this community.